Thanks for visiting our Ham Radio Deluxe YouTube channel. On this channel you'll find helpful information about Ham Radio Deluxe, from how-to videos, instructional videos, descriptions and demonstrations on new features, and so on. From time to time we'll post videos of general ham radio interest and try to make this content good for you. So don't forget to hit the subscribe button, thumbs up or like button, hit the notification bell. This helps us gain information about what videos you find helpful, and we'll continue making.
So the holidays are here, and that's actually been kind of weird for us because it's summer in Australia.
And we're sweating.
Yeah, it is. It is warm. But we did our best to go and find a beer that sort of fit the winter vibes. We're going to be drinking an Imperial Rum and Raisin Porter today. So while we pour this, we'd love to invite you to go grab yourself a coffee, a beer, a cocktail, a pop, or soda, depending on where you're at. And we'll meet you back here for cocktails and conversation.
Absolutely. That's good. That's from the AOL Brewery in Gold Coast here, also associated with Black Hops 2. Black Hops Brewery. Yep.
We're a fan. You may have noticed that by now in our videos. So anyway, with the holidays right around the corner, it's about that time that you might be thinking about your wish list, or maybe a gift list for other hams that you know, and we would love to help you out with that. We have put together a pretty cool bundle this year, where if you buy Ham Radio Deluxe for a friend, you get 1 year of new features and support for free. We're going to include all of the details, the links, the codes in our comment section, and you can click away down there and go to a landing page that explains everything in more detail. While you're there, we'd love for you to check out our shop, another new addition to the Ham Radio Deluxe website. We have recommended products, things we think that will come in handy as you're using our software. Also great gifts for your friends.
Right, so we've created a shop on Amazon. You can find us at amazon.com/shop/Ham Radio Deluxe, or it's on our website. We've tried to curate products there. So if you're interested in label printing, I've got the label printers there and the label replacement stock. If you're interested in HF radios or rotors, if you need cabling to connect the stuff, we've tried to just curate all this stuff in one place, so that's where you can go to find helpful ham radio gear on Amazon.
So to go with all of these suggestions that we have, of course we always recommend that you renew your new features and support. And now seems like a really good time, because a lot of our clients, thank you by the way, are renewing, to discuss exactly what a renewal entails and what will come with it if you renew before the end of the year during this holiday season. Can you tell us about that?
Yeah, this is one of the most frequent questions we get, and we've tried to make it simpler. We used to call it software maintenance and support, which is a software industry term.
Yeah.
And finally my wife said that just doesn't make sense to anybody but a software industry person.
Yeah.
So we call it new features and support, because that's what you get. You get new features and support. So far this year, we've gained about 10% our overall customer base, so thanks for those folks who have joined us. About 25 or 26% of our regular customers renew every year, so thanks for that. But we want folks to know what we sell. So we sell two things basically. The first item that you get is an activation key. That gives you a perpetual software license, which is another industry term, but what it means is you can run Ham Radio Deluxe forever. Our forever is a little bit different than a lot of other software manufacturers, because they'll say forever, but they're referring to the version that you bought. For us, you buy a key and it will work forever on future versions of Ham Radio Deluxe. Now, within the limits of what Windows can do. So, for example, if your PC is 20 years old and it won't run Windows 11 or Windows 10, there are some other technical limitations there, but the key will work forever for new versions as they go along, and that's how you get access to minor enhancements and bug fixes. Is you just keep installing and downloading and installing the new versions.
You should always be running the latest version of our software, and that's downloadable right from our homepage. Super easy click of a button.
And that's the key. I mean, like Lindy said, we don't sell versions, we sell the key. With that initial purchase, you get the key, and then you get 12 months of new features and support, which means that during the course of that 12-month period, you can access our technical support, and they're really great. And then you're also entitled to all the features we release through that 12-month period of time. So that includes, for example, we'll end up releasing version 7 sometime next year. It's December 2022 right now.
Right.
So if someone buys a renewal right now, or they buy the product right now, and we release version 7 in, let's just say, July of next year, you're entitled to version 7. And you get, all the bug fixes and feature enhancements, and if you're within that new feature and support period, you get all the new features that we add. I'll probably talk about the new features here in a little bit. So beyond that 12-month period, if you decided that's fine, I got everything I need, I don't need your support, I'm not interested in the new features that you've released over the last, since then, keep using the software, it's perfectly fine. And keep installing those updates, keep staying current with the software. If we release a feature that you really think is exciting, like HRD Alert, then all you have to do is get in and renew, and then you're able to get access to the new features, for another 12-month period.
I think that's a really great point to make. For us, any amount of time can go by and you can renew. So if you bought your software in 2016 and you haven't renewed since then, but you want HRD Alert, great example, such an awesome new addition to the software. All you have to do is buy a renewal. You don't need the software again. If you're having trouble tracking down your original purchase, get with us on the sales team. We are more than happy to help. We want you enjoying these new features. And speaking of, we have some really exciting things in the pipeline, don't we?
Well, I have a list. This is the official list of things that we're working on for version 7. So I guess I would start by saying that right now, the developers, and we've got 6 developers and 2 QA folks that are working 7 days a week in some cases. What we're working on right now is a rewrite of Logbook. Logbook will have somewhat of a fresher look and feel. It will have a new database platform. It will be using SQLite. We'll get rid of Microsoft Access and all the problems that go along with it. And that also positions us to be able to have a version that will run natively for Mac or Linux. So that's one of the steps along the way.
That's what I'm most excited for.
Yeah, so it runs on your MacBook, whatever.
Yep.
I can't find my way around a Mac to save myself, but yeah. So that's what we're working on right now. That's the short-term plan. So and so regarding version 7, like I said, I have the list. This is the list that the developers are working off of, and I probably can't. This is like two-sided list, right? So I probably can't read off everything here, but I'll just hit some of the highlights. One of the things I want to have is like I said, a fresher look and feel. Rig control in version 7 will give you the option to have the traditional HRD look, which I happen to like because I've got several different brands of radios, and including the 857D or the 706 Mark II that I used to have, which you have to go several menus deep to find things sometimes, and that's kind of painful for me. But if I've got everything on the screen and they're all in the same place, I know where to go. So we're going to continue that, but we'll also give some radios the ability to have a screen that looks like the radio, and you can scroll the tuning dial or the volume dial or certain other kinds of things, but it will look like your radio. We already have this in code for a couple radios. We're not ready to release it obviously because version 7's we're not there yet, but that's one of the things that's coming. We want to have one place in the software where you can configure things, like a configuration wizard. That's simple, that you don't have to bounce around between different applications to set things up. If you want to set things up, you just go into the setup and it's the whole entire application rather than bouncing around. And too many things right now are defaulted to off that should be on, so we'll clean all that up. It'll be a lot easier for people to onboard into the software. We'll have an installer that's both 32 and 64-bit, so if your operating system is 64-bit natively, it'll be able to run it that way. Rate control, what we're doing with rate control aside from that is, it takes us a long time to add new radios because the actual commands have to be included in code, so it requires a developer to do it. So in version 7, we're actually going to have the commands sit outside of code. They'll be in external XML documents that we can modify and just import. And that way when a new radio comes out, we can add the radio without doing a software release. We'll have direct integration for SDR Play, which we've been working on for a while. In Logbook, you'll have real-time chat, so if you're a DXer or a contester, you'll be able to join a chat room and you can interact with other hams that are doing the same thing that you're doing, even in real time during a contest. We're going to do some work in digital mode. One of the things I think would be really fun to do, a lot of people are fans of FT4 and FT8. We support that with the integration with WSJTX. But there's no reason why you couldn't apply the same kind of time synchronization approach to any other mode, so we're going to tinker with some of those kinds of things. We'll improve the ability to decode and things of that nature. Rotor control, we've got to add support for IP-based rotor controllers, which we'll do, and I'm excited about that. Satellite tracker will have flip mode and manual tuning items addressed, as well as having a quick log entry screen on the satellite app so that people can avoid bouncing between applications. And on that note, by the way, I want to have some kind of a thinned out version of Logbook that people who are doing parks on the air or summits on the air and they're jumping into a truck with a backpack or whatever, that they'll be able to do it in a slimmed down version. We're going to be working on something that I'm calling HRD Global View, which will be a replacement for Mapper. That'll be a new feature. I know. I'm so excited about this, and the developers have started to mock this up, but it's a way to see everything on a map. Everything you might see in Grid Tracker or the like, but the Geochron stuff, but basically having all that stuff within a product that can be displayed on a 4K monitor or something if you have that. That's just going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Finally, a couple other things we're working on next year is a contest capability. We're working with a third party to help incorporate some mature contest code.
We get asked about that a lot, and it's something that you haven't really blogged on, but you wanted to make sure that we did it right. That just coming right out of the gate, that it was done well and user-friendly and...
Well, and it's complicated. There are other people who've been in this for decades, and we're not going to go and try to develop contest code from scratch. That's not going to happen.
Yeah.
But we've got, I think, a partnership with some mature product that I think we can incorporate. And it'll be a new application, it won't be a new feature, so it'll be an add-on to what people, and so when we do new applications that are add-ons, that way we're not actually, it's an optional thing that people can buy that they're not adding on, we're not going to charge everybody for it if they don't want to do contesting.
Right.
HRD Programmer, I don't talk a lot about this, and this is probably the first time I've brought this up. I've been trying to keep this a bit quiet, but HRD Programmer will be a feature that we add that will enable you to program memories, not just for HF radios, but for HTs and other things. So think of it kind of like RT systems or the other one that I can't return, maybe it'll be that kind of thing built into Ham Radio Deluxe. So there's a lot of those kinds of new things coming along. We're going to add, and I'm looking beyond version 7 now, club databases, so that when people have shared access in a club, they'll be able to come in. Someone who's sitting in a club will be able to log into that machine. They'll be able to use their call or the club's call, and it'll all get logged properly.
That's great.
Real remote access, club-hosted databases, net logger, all kinds kinds of stuff. It's all coming next year.
Well, and so let's unpack this a little bit more if we haven't made it clear enough already. If you ask for your renewal for Christmas, or if you gift a renewal of new features and support to one of your buddies for Christmas, they're entitled to all of this as it rolls out in the next 12 months. And after the first of the year, I kind of slow my roll a little bit on the coupon codes. Right now, I'm handing them out.
Well, I heard you were giving stuff away for free. That's what you said earlier. I don't know why we would do that.
Yeah, so I am. I'm bundling. So remember that you have a lot of opportunities here to save heading into the new year. And let's maybe cover those really quickly. Do I have the time?
Yeah, certainly.
Okay, so we do have our bundle that if you buy a gift certificate, you get 1 year of new features and support free. How that works is that the key is actually sent to you directly to gift to your friends. So it isn't even a certificate
It's in the receipt.
Yeah.
Right.
You'll get a key, give it to your friend. They've got the software, and you've got all of these new features that we just talked about.
For free?
Yeah, for free. I'm giving it away. It's that time of year, Dad. The next thing that we offer is enrollment.
Don't make me a Grinch.
Hey, we've only got a couple weeks left, and then I'll reel it all back in.
All right.
We have also an auto renewal program, and that's for the folks who do have a tendency to renew on an annual basis. Between, all of you and I, you can be doing that for a 40% discount.
Yeah, it's under $30. It's under, this might be one of the best kept secrets about this.
Not so much anymore.
If you tend to do renewals every year and you want features and you want access to this, support on a recurring basis, it's 40% off, which gets the renewal down to $29.97, I think, a year.
Yeah.
We had some operators come to us in Orlando, I think probably about 5 years ago, and said, "Can you do this?" And it was something.
I wanted to buy 5 years at one time.
Well, you can't. By the way, you can do that too. I mean, you can go onto the website if you saw a compelling discount that you wanted to get, and you said, "Okay, I'll buy five years of this." You can do that at that discount.
Yeah.
It'll be less than 40% discount, but if that's what you want, you can do that. And it just adds five years or 60 months to your existing new features and support.
And those additions are to your existing expiration if that date is in the future. So if you add 12 months as a renewal, if you were expired, say you haven't bought a renewal or you bought the software back in 2017, your 12 months starts today. But if you have an expiration in February or March of this year and you want to take advantage of these, next year, and you want to take advantage of these deals, you can do that now, and it adds it on to your existing expiration date. Speaking of deals, Dad, I'm going to roll out just one more, if that's okay.
Have we talked about this?
We haven't, but it's my holiday gift to all of you.
Is the word free in this somewhere?
No, we're going to do 30% off of your software purchase or renewal. And the code is HRD Holiday 22. I'll put that here between us. And it'll be down in the comments as well. All of these details, so you can choose your way to save as we head into the holidays here. And again, if you ever have any questions, we're so accessible. All you need to do is shoot an email to sales@hrdsoftwarellc.com or log on and submit a support ticket. It all lands in the same queue, and we'll be happy to help you out and get you up and running. Well.
Yep, absolutely. So, hey, look, thank all of you. Again, thank you for watching. Thank you for using Ham Radio Deluxe. Thank you for supporting us, and we really appreciate it. Happy holidays.
Yeah, happy holidays from Australia. Y'all take care. Thank you again.
Cheers, mate.
Bye.